you mentioned casitas. When I think of a casita, I think of something smaller. What type of homes do you guys build? Do you guys build like is Boxabl like a smaller property? Is it a 10,000 square foot home? And what is the vision for the future if you guys are only smaller properties as well too?
Right. So the way to think about Boxabl from a technology point of view, from a construction technology point of view, is to think about Legos. So if we think about the little square Lego, right, we all played with as a kid, and then the rectangular Lego that was the big block that we used to build everything with, and then the one in between that nobody uses, that one.
Yeah.
So those three sizes are essentially what we have. We have a square a Boxabl building shell, a rectangular one, and one something in between. So that is the building technology. The biggest casita building shell is a 40-foot clear span with a 9.5-foot ceiling and 20-foot on the short side. And those can be stacked, connected, offset to build pretty much anything. But that's the building technology. Where we are today as a startup is we need to configure those Legos into a product as a point of entry for the market. Excuse me, I don't know if you can hear that, but my alien cousins are calling me. I'll just turn that off. Yeah, they're on Mars. So where was I? So we had to have a point of entry for the marketplace, and our point of entry was to start with the smallest building shell, which is the little 20 by 20 foot square casita. And we configured that as a studio home, completely independent studio home. It is, in fact, an accessory dwelling unit. So for a sort of a backyard apartment. They're very popular here on the West Coast, especially in California. And we put it out there, and we decided that we saw that the use case for customers went far and beyond the ADU market. And we have, I think, over 50,000 pre-orders when you consider that they're $50,000 each, a several $1 billion order book. So it's been enormously successful, initially configured as a casita. And to answer your question specifically, it's 20 by 20, it's about 400 square feet.
Perfect,
and it's a beautiful home with high ceilings, dimmable lights, 8-foot tall windows, 9.5-foot ceilings. It's a very, very generous space with completely full-size appliances, full-size bathroom, kitchen, everything. The refrigerator is enormous, queen-size bed. It's very, very comfortable living with a front door, a back door. It's really a beautiful space.
That's wonderful. Okay, so it comes out to about 400 square feet. Now, I sort of heard a price. You said something about $50,000. Is that how much that 20 by 20, the entry point for that is?
So you could think of us as Henry Ford. That's the only thing we're making right now. We have, as I mentioned, a huge order book. So there is the one and only casita, and it is $50,000, correct?
Wow. So that's it. That's probably some of the lowest cost I've seen, because that comes out to what, like 110 a square foot, or what does that come out to in terms of square?
That's a very interesting question. We are probably a third to a quarter of the price of other folks putting out these backyard ADUs. I have no idea what they're doing. I don't know how they can possibly put those price tags on them. We're right priced. We have a decent margin, and our customers mostly benefit from the price, and the volume is driven by the customers. And then the more volume we have, the lower the price can be. So it's the right price for the product, I think.
So in my market, just so that the consumers get an idea, like in one of the areas, a 400 square foot ADU could probably rent out somewhere around $1,000. If you can get that for $50,000, then basically in a matter of 4 years, you have your investment completely paid off, which is probably like a 20% return on the money right there.